Good morning, everyone. I've been asked to share the devotion for this morning. I've been really encouraged to listen to the ones over the last few days. I'm sure you guys have too. And just before we start, let's have a quick word of prayer together. Lord, I pray that you'll remind us that you're in control. You're in control of everything that goes on. Nothing comes as a surprise to you. Thank you for your word as we turn to it this morning. Remind us of the truths that you have in our lives, and guide us through our days and lead us in your ways and not the other ways that we might get distracted by at the moment. I pray in your name. Amen. So we're gonna look today. We're gonna look at Psalm 121. Actually, if you want to turn together to read that, we'll do that. And it says, I will lift my eyes up to the hills. From whence comes my help? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in, from this time and even forevermore. So as we look at that this morning, I thought I'd share some kind of personal insight, and hopefully you'll be blessed, and you'll hopefully be able to relate to it as well. So I'm sure many of you know that I'm a teacher. So as you can imagine, at this time, the last few weeks, in fact, have been quite unpredictable, to say the least. We've seen the numbers in our school. We've got about 550 students in school. Over the days leading up to the school closures, they reduced by half pretty much each day. So by the end point in my year group, year 6, we would end up with 10 to 14 children. And we normally have 90 in our year group. And eventually we were told, weren't we, that schools are closed to everyone apart from the key workers. We were then told that schools in our area where I work would be joining like a hub type model, where staff from various schools would join together to look after as emergency childcare. It was quite clear that it was emergency childcare, and that all the key workers' children could go there if it was absolutely crucial. After that, we were told that we didn't have to do that anymore, and that we could put our own rota in our own school in place, which worked better for us as one of the bigger schools in Bradford, because we've got quite a lot of staff and we had the capacity to do that. Then we had to put a rota in place for that, for teachers to turn up, and obviously we need all of our 80 plus staff there for a handful of students that might turn up. So this, amongst various other bits, is thinking about what happens, when do we go back to school. Parents are asking, when do we go back. The messages on our online thing saying, when are we coming back? Is it going to be after the May half term? Is it going to be in September? What do we tell the students? How do we check in on the students that are vulnerable? Various other things are going through your mind at the same time. And the things that seem uncontrollable at the moment, which for me personally, I'm sure for other people, I find that really difficult. I'm sure that people can relate to that in their own situations that they're in, and probably got much trickier situations than I have. So all that got me thinking to the position that we currently find ourselves in. And it can be daunting, can't it? It can be worrying for many people. There's worries about health, finances, jobs, family, shopping, freedom, whatever else. And as I've thought about this and reflected on it, because one thing we definitely do have a lot of is time, isn't it? I can't help but feel that God is trying to tell us that we're never in control. God's always in control. We've never been the ones in control. And I think as Christians, sometimes we know the scriptures, we know the verses, and now we've got the time when we can really put that into practice and we can practice exactly what we preach rather than just knowing the verse and being able to roll them off over and over again, actually applying it to our lives and seeing how real it actually is for us. I think being in England in 2020, we tend to feel that we're quite confident having control of what goes on in our lives. However, this current situation it's a timely reminder to us that God is the only place that we can put our hope and our trust. It's the only place that we can put our hope and trust. And suddenly, as various insecurities occur in all the places that we thought we had control in ourselves, it gives us the opportunity to ask God to take control of everything, to examine us and to reveal the places that we've been holding on to and trying to control in our own way, because we know better than anyone else. We know better than God in that situation. And God can take care of Sundays and Bible studies and other things, but that part of my life I've got a good grip on, so I know what's going on. So where does our help come from? As we just read in Psalm 121, not ourselves, not our own knowledge and our own wisdom and how good we think that we might be. It comes from God. Psalm 121 tells us that God will preserve us from this time where we are now and forevermore. I'd encourage you to read through it today. Read it over and over again. Read Psalm 121, read it out loud. Read it a few times today. If you've got some spare time, text a verse to a Christian brother or sister. Encourage them. And think as well as the areas that we have been holding on to. Maybe without knowing, maybe subconsciously we haven't noticed we're doing it. Let's make a change as a church now. So I pray for you today that God will reveal that truth to each of us. Let's continue to encourage one another, to ring each other, to remind one another that we serve a God who is in control of everything, a God that everyone out there needs to know about. Thank you.